What is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, back with another Mobile Legends video, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to play Moskov. But before we get into that, I do want to say I choked it again, y'all. I choked it again. So the gameplay you're going to be watching was like my first or second time ever playing Moskov, and I got a quadra kill and I almost got the pentakill. But for that last person, I couldn't decide if it was smart to go for him or not, and then by the time I was like, that's the last person, this is going to be a pentakill, I don't care if I die. By the time I got that in my mind, it was too late, and I didn't go for it in time, so I choked it, and it just seems like I'm a choke artist, man. I just cannot follow through with a pentakill. I always stop at the quadra kill because something unfortunate happens to me all the time. But anyway, yeah, that's what you're going to be watching. This is one of my first games. I'm actually a lot better with them now, so my tips are going to be a bit different than how I've played at some points throughout this gameplay, because like I said, this is my first and second game, but I just think this is a really dope gameplay. But moving on anyway, let's get into how to actually play Moskov, which is very, very simple actually. So starting off, his passive ability allows you to hit multiple enemies, so all you got to do is keep them in a straight line and try to take out as many as possible. And you can actually poke people like that. You can poke the other team because you can just shoot right through their minions and hit them. So you kind of want to, sometimes if they're getting too close up on you, you want to position yourself where you're on the opposite side of a minion. Just hit that minion and you're going to hit the other person on their team. So you want to try to get some angles on people where you can hit them but they can't necessarily hit you. And that's one thing that I love to do in Moskov now. Another thing that I love to do with him is you have to start off going for the jungle item. Get that jungle item. It's called, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's a jungle item. If you go to the store and you buy, at the beginning of the game, you go to the store, you go to jungle and buy the jungle item. I think it's at the top left. I believe it's at the top left, the first one there. You buy that item, and that's going to allow you to take out jungle minions and stuff very, very quickly. You can just hit through everything in that lane, and once you hit through everything in that lane and you kill everything in the lane, you can go start farming jungles and stuff, and you're going to be killing stuff way quicker. So you're really going to get fed. Like, it's not going to be uncommon for you to be level 15 while everyone else is around 11 or 12. That's how quickly you will farm over everyone else, especially if you're taking everything from the jungles. Obviously you're going to get fed then anyway, but you don't want to be taking stuff from the jungle if you have a jungler, because then you're just going to be basically putting your team at risk because no one will be able to do their job. Unless your jungler is bad or something, then yeah, don't worry about it, because I do get paired with a lot of teams that are just bad, so I know what it's like to just have to carry. So you definitely want to worry about yourself if you see early on that your team isn't that good. So yeah, don't look out for yourself if you have a viable team, but if your team's not that good, it's okay to look out for yourself. But yeah, use his passive, utilize his passive, and utilize his ability to farm, because of his A ability, which we're going to get into next, he's very mobile and he has a lot of attack speed. Like, after you use that A ability, you actually gain attack speed, and that allows you to take out minions even faster. So you want to always be using that A ability, dodging back and forth, like going on each side of the enemies and stuff. Like, you want to be all around people, like going crazy. And so you should always use that A ability when it's up, because it's going to give you a huge boost, because your attack speed always increases after you use it. So yeah, definitely always use that A ability. Let's see what else I got for you. That's basically what I do. That's what I do a lot of the times. That's how I take out minions, because I spend most of my games farming. Like, as a lot of you all know, I farm for almost the entire game, and that's why when it's time for team fights, I'm usually the most fed because that's what I've been focusing on the whole time. Like, the other teams, like, one thing that I've noticed about other teams is they spend a lot of time taking pokes at actual heroes and characters and stuff like that. They try to take out my actual teammates and me, and I focus on getting fed, and that's why they don't get fed, because they're not going to take out me, especially not easily, unless it's a bunch of them. And then if it takes a bunch of them to kill me, then only one person is going to be getting fed, and I make sure a tank kills me or something. So it's all about playing smart in that way. So utilize the ability and utilize the mobility and attack speed. And also his B has a stun. So the B ability has a stun. You can only use it on actual heroes, but that's very huge too, because it can actually stun multiple people. If you hit one person, another person, and they bump into another person or something, or they bump into a wall. So it's very, very dope. It's a very crazy ability. His stun ability just makes him even more viable, because you can stun somebody and you can use your A ability to get out of there if it's dangerous or something, or you can stun somebody and use your A ability to get closer. It's very hard to escape Moskov. So that's one thing that I love about the guy. One thing that I don't like about him is his range seems pretty poor to me. I don't really like the range. You have to you have to really put yourself in danger a lot. You really need a team that knows what they're doing, and that's one thing that I don't like about him. I feel like he's very, very team dependent. He really depends on your team. You need somebody to engage, because if you get focused, it's really not much you can do outside of, like, once you drop that stun and you basically use your A ability, it's not much you can do. It's because, so you basically just need a tank. You need a tank, or you need somebody who's absorbing damage. That way you can get in there and go to work, because he's definitely a late game hero. That's one thing, and that's what I don't like about him too. He's too late game. Like, he doesn't really start getting super effective until around level 12, 13. Somewhere around there is when he starts actually getting effective, and I just don't like that about him, because usually my teams can't last that long when I'm playing solo. They can't last until I'm level 12 or 13. And if they have made it that far, if the game is still going on, the other team has already fed 20 kills. So that's the one thing that I don't like about him. I wouldn't necessarily recommend him for trying to carry games by yourself, but I definitely think that he's a viable pick when it comes to actually having a full team and having people on your side where you can actually work together. You have the tanks pulling people in, drawing them in, and stuff like that. He can definitely do a lot of damage quickly if you can stop people from focusing you and stunning you and stuff like that, because yeah, it's going to be over if you have no teamwork. So those are pretty much all the tips that I have. Like I said, let's just to recap, make sure you utilize his passive a lot, and try to line up minions and stuff, try to line up enemies and hit people through lines. You have that ability, use it. Like, that's one of the greatest parts about Moskov, is he has the ability to just poke you at all times. Like, you have Yi-Sun Shin, he can only poke people every so often, but Moskov can literally poke people with every single hit. Like, that's very, very, I guess some people would probably say it's overpowered, but not really. Like, I kind of compare it to Layla's range, because they say that Layla's range is overpowered. Now they're saying Moskov's ability to hit through people is overpowered, but you have to think about the fact that these things that make these heroes strong, that's the only reason they're viable. Like, Layla without her range, what's the point of using her? Like, I really would not use Layla at all if she didn't have her range. Like, that's the one thing that makes her great, that makes her stand out. And I think that every hero needs that one thing that just makes them stand out. And actually tell me if you all agree with that. Like, actually write in the comments section what stands out about your favorite heroes. What's that one thing that makes you want to use them? Because that's the way I feel, at least. I think that every hero has to have that one thing that makes them viable. I think Moskov's one thing is he can poke at all times with every single attack. I think that Yi-Sun Shin, he has that ultimate that can hit people anywhere. And I can't even say that Moskov's global ultimate, he does have that global ultimate, but that's not even really that useful. It can hit people at sometimes. You can get some crucial pokes and stuff, but it's very, very easy to avoid it. It's very, very easy to actually miss with it if you're not directly looking at somebody, and because it takes him some time to load it up. Like, when it comes to Layla, you hit her ultimate, she just fires, she blasts at you without giving it a second thought. Him, he like steps back or something and throws it like He-Man, and he just goes crazy with it, and it actually takes some time before he can even get it off. So it gives people some time to avoid it. So I don't really like that about it, but if they're in the middle of a team fight or something, it's very effective, and that's why I say he's a very team-oriented hero. But that's just my opinion. These are some of my tips on how to play Moskov. This is how I play him. Let me know how you all play him in the comments section below. I really want to learn how you all play him. I like to learn from you all. I like to try out some of the things and some of the builds you all give me and stuff like that. Like I said, this is just an experience. Like, this whole channel is based around learning from each other and just a fun environment to talk Mobile Legends, to play Mobile Legends, and gaming in general. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Make sure you drop that thumbs up if you did find it helpful. Write your comments and thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.
I was broke, yeah, yeah. I gotta let the nigga know, yeah.